Okay, so guys' night.
Guys' night. Yeah. No, like I'll repeat myself again. Like I think it all depends on the type of men that you're with, that you're around. Like my guy group is like those are all high class people. So
Right.
our objective is not to be in clubs.
Right.
We are just getting together as a group, eating food amongst each other. You know, we are playing sports. We're playing soccer some days. We're playing basketball some days. Most time we're just gathering around a table
like this.
like this, you know, sharing a
Having
meal
food.
and having a conversation about whatever topic. And, you know, sometimes we just, you know, we'll go ahead and tell a story, but it's a lot of laughter. It's a lot of love. And I've never been to it where I've ever found myself leaving in a negative space. Like I've never left there feeling like, yo, this was a waste of time. Or like, I don't know if I should come back to this. Never
Right.
once in my life. Every Friday I look forward to it. No matter what happened in the week, I can go back to that place. And it's like, I forget whatever the fuck happened before. I forget about it. I'm just going into a spot where I'm like, this is cool. Like I don't care about going out and all that shit. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you this question. Imagine your life without guys' night.
It would be different. Friday, I would probably do what most guys my age do. Would be looking forward to the weekend, and it's like the first thing you do is you want to go out and you want to go spend the money that you just made or whatever. Like I don't really do that. You know,
Right.
I'm like this is a spot where you're around people that are your boys. There's like, you know, there's a level of comfort, level of trust, and you can talk about anything, and we look forward to it.
No, I ask that because I think what you have is rare,
I
and
know.
that there are a lot of men out there that are looking to plug into
Yeah.
something like that.
I know.
And you know, during the pandemic, even post-pandemic, men suffer from mental illness. They do not have a group of people that they can connect with and talk about. Are your conversations open to anything? Even if
No.
someone's, do you guys coach each other if somebody's having a bad week? Do you talk about relationships?
We've talked about money. We've talked about investing. We've talked about our relationships or the guys that are, you know, like in relationships. We've spoken about literally A to Z. There's not a topic that goes untouched, you know? A lot of the things that we said publicly, we probably get canceled for nowadays. And so we talk about, you know.
So there's rules to guys' night. Right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we live in that time now where it's like if you say something that offends one group of people,
Right.
you're now in trouble for that. And it's
Right.
like, but that group of people can say whatever they want to say. It's weird. It's just such a weird time. So we try to obviously, you know, like I work in a public space. I work in a public space, so I don't ever want to be on air where I'm offending anyone. You know.
Sure.
But now you have to censor what you say, and that's weird. So in a space like that, yeah, everyone's free to just, you know, voice their opinion. And most of the time, there's a lot of disagreements. But at
That's good.
least there's a spot.
And you honor and respect each other's point of view.
At least there's a
Okay.
spot when guys start yelling and stuff. We all know it's love at the end of the day.
That's great.
Yeah.
How do you vet the people that come into that inner circle?
Good question.
And has there been people that have left that group?
No
Okay.
one's left.
Once you're in, you don't want to go.
No, I
Sounds
think-
like tremendous value.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The beauty part about it is that most of these guys I've known since I was a kid.
Okay.
So we all have different paths, but everyone that comes into the circle is you're in it. Like
Right.
there's no forcing. There's no waiver form. It's just
Right.
if you get invited one day, you're always welcome. You know,
I
like
love that.
so there's no process. I think there are leaders in the group for sure, and they kind of dictate things. But in terms of like, you know, there is no qualification process to get involved. It's just if you're one of the guys, you show up and you show up for them. And when someone needs something, everyone show. There's so many examples of that, and it's a very selfless group. So the way I honor it is by making sure my Fridays, if I'm not working, and so for example, this past Friday I had a game,
Right.
So I couldn't be there. But
Right.
as soon as the game was done, it was 10:30, and I went.
So you guys like are accountable to each other.
Always, man. Always.
Yeah, and
That's how I
it's
show up.
not an unspoken thing. It's like what you guys look forward to.
Well, yeah.
It's your contribution.
Yeah, big time.
That's great.
Big time.
And you do an annual trip too, or sometimes do outside
We do
of
like
that?
a cottage
Okay.
every summer. We go away to a cottage for like 5-6 days. So that's
Wow.
next month. That's in August.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So what advice would you give to a lady or somebody that you might be newly dating? That's what happens on guys' night? Like they just have an insecurity around you being around these guys.
What would I say to her?
Yeah.
Get over it. No, I would say.
You probably would.
Yeah, no, I would
You
for sure.
probably would.
That's the first.
That's
no,
about
but-
I love the straightness of
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
right?
yeah. No, but I would say, okay, listen, this is what we're doing. This is the context.
Right.
Like, we're going to my condo,
Yeah.
or my boy's condo, who lives like
Up the street.
6 floors above me.
Okay.
Right. So me and one of my best friends live in the same building.
Okay.
So it's either at my house, his house, or our friend across the street.
Okay.
And it's in someone's house. We literally go there and we order food.
Got it.
So if you have a problem with that, we probably shouldn't be together. Because that should be the
Yes.
least of your concerns, is, you know what I mean? Like, so if I had a girlfriend who had a group of girls where she went to her girl's house,
Yes.
and they drank wine and talked about, you know, Kim Kardashian or whatever, make whatever you want to talk about, and I had
Stocks and bonds.
There,
We would
stocks
talk
and
stocks and
bonds
bonds.
and trips and
Yeah,
your
whatever.
nails and whatever.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go ahead if you want
Yeah.
to do all that, and I had a problem with that, I would check myself.
Got it.
Because that's insane.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, it's not like she's like, I'm going to, you know, like the club at Lavelle every Friday night.
Right.
Then I'd be like, okay, maybe after 3 weeks, I'd be like, okay, that's a little odd. Like, why
Sure.
you know, like why
Right,
do your girls want to go
exactly.
there every week? If you guys are just chilling, I don't think that's much of a problem.
No, I love that. I think people do have, the reason why I want to bring that up is that there's a lot of fear sometimes with people who are going out guys' night.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you guys are in relationships and there's that one guy that becomes single and then the coupled person thinks, oh, that single person's going to have an influence, you know?
I'm the single guy.
Yeah. In the group?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, but you're also, do you ever feel that though, being the single guy, that sometimes the girlfriends of your friends are like, oh, you're going out with Warren?
Probably they do, but they'll never tell me that.
Right.
You know? And honestly, most of the guys, they don't even really like going out that much to begin with. Like, if we go out, it's for a birthday.
Right.
They don't really do that. Like me, what I do for a living, I kind of have to be social. So
Right.
I go out for that reason. you
Like
know?
there's enough in your full-time career to get the socialization that you need.
Big time.
That the quality time is a much better investment.
Way better. So going out is very rare. Like we went out Friday, but we went out for a birthday. You know, like we went out for an occasion, and even that was
To our mutual friend?
to our mutual friend, yeah. And that
I think I saw it on.
and
You guys
Instagram.
always look like you're having the best time. You're all
legitimately are.
smiling,
Yeah, yeah.
like
And that's what I'm saying. Like you
Yeah.
don't have any negative energy when you're around it, man. It's always love, and that's what I love the most.
I love that.
Yeah.
What advice can you give to a guy who doesn't have that circle? How can he go about creating it? Maybe give a little structure to how a guy's night is? 'Cause there's a lot of guys that don't have this.
Yeah, no, another great question. I would say if you have people that you've known for a while, that you guys are like true friends.
Yeah.
You know, there's no jealousy. There's no like secret secret animosity or anything like that. If you have people like that, 2 or 3 people,
That's all it takes, right?
I would, yeah. And
Yeah.
then as time goes on, you would invite more and hope that people would show up, and like you'll see that, and I would say start with a group chat. And
okay.
then
And create it. Hey,
right.
I want to create
create
a
this
space where no wives, just us,
Just us.
guys, male bonding, that
every
kind of
Friday,
thing.
and
Okay.
we show up, or every Saturday, whatever the case is, and you share a meal.
Yeah.
One person orders the food, and then you send the e-transfer. That's what we do. So one guy orders the food every week.
See their
and then-
structure.
and
Nobody
then-
gets
No.
left behind,
And then
right?
we send the e-transfer back to him. He gets all the Amex points for the food order. So
Yeah.
you do that. You order the food. You send the e-transfer. Everyone goes and eats. Whether you smoke, play dominoes, whatever. You all do it, and you do it together. And then when the night's done, it's done. Like everyone knows when to leave.
Has a female ever infiltrated your guys' night?
Since I got invited to guys' night 2 years before I even started going, because I was living in Brampton at the time and I didn't want to drive downtown.
Okay.
Then I said, fuck it, I'm going to go one day. And since then, it's very seldomly have I missed, and I've never seen a woman at guys' night. Not once. And I mean,